Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Lollipop and today we are looking at the brand new 2022 Trek Marlin 5. But we're doing an in-person review today, and obviously I kind of have a selfie cam at the moment because I forgot my tripod at home. But hopefully the audio quality is a bit better in this video because I do have a microphone now, so that's going to be hopefully sounding a little bit better. Still don't really know how to operate this gimbal I'm using, but all right, so this is kind of going to be a short and sweet video because there's not much to talk about with this bike. I will be giving this bike a quick test ride in this video just to kind of talk about it while I'm riding the bike, and so you can see what it looks like when somebody's riding it. And also in this video I will be figuring out exactly how much this bike weighs because the official weights are not on the Trek website currently, so I'll figure out how much it weighs in a size small. I obviously did talk about this bike in full detail, compared it to the 2020 version of the Marlin 5 in my last video. I'll link that to the top right up here of the video right now, so you can see all those differences in detail and see what has been upgraded from the 2020 Marlin 5, because there are a lot of new good upgrades, including the suspension fork in the front as well as the drivetrain in the rear. So a lot of good stuff for 2022. But for this video, I'm going to kind of simplify all of that and tell you what you really need to know about this bike, especially since I have it right here in person. This one is in a frame size small, so that's why it has that curved top tube. All these small and extra small Marlins do have a curved top tube, and now there's the new size, the extra small, which will also have a curved top tube. So a good range of bikes. This one does have the 27.5-inch diameter wheels instead of the normal 29ers available on most of the other Marlin models, because they are cross-country mountain bikes after all, or just beginner bikes. All right, this is future me. The bike is 31.08 pounds, which is pretty similar to the Marlin 6 for 2021. That bike weighs this much, so it's not that much of a difference as expected because these bikes are basically the same. All right, and here is the 2022 Trek Marlin 5. Obviously, as I mentioned before, it's basically just a 2021 Trek Marlin 6, but with a different color scheme. Has the new 2022 Trek Marlin frame, so this one is in a size small, has that small sticker there to designate the frame size, and then we also have MTB Silver Alpha Aluminum sticker right there, just like on the Marlin 8 that I mentioned in my previous video, and then the new Marlin font right there in all caps, as well as the new letter 5 on the top right there. So pretty nice looking color scheme, kind of like a gummy worm type of color. Same one that's available on the Trek Super Caliber, except the Super Caliber has a blue to green fade, so it's kind of the opposite here. But in terms of, the bike, not much to really talk about here in this video because it has the same exact drivetrain as the Marlin 6 and the same front fork, so the SR Suntour XCT30 with a hydraulic lockout right here on the top that you can see. So you just manually twist this, and then the fork is fully rigid, put it back up, and it's fully ready to bounce on those trails. You got the head tube badge right there, and then same handlebars, same brakes as the Marlin 6. It's literally just a Marlin 6 that it has been rebranded to a Trek Marlin 5, which in some ways is pretty nice because it is an upgraded Marlin 5 after all, and that means they're probably going to have to upgrade the Marlin 6 to make it a bit different, because this one does cost $640, which was the original price of the Marlin 6 anyway. But yeah, not much to see here besides the new frame colors and everything. It is a brand new bike for 2022, so that's cool to see. And then obviously we have the Marlin logo, as I'll show in all of these videos, on the chainstay right there, on the left chainstay on the inside. So it is a Marlin frame for sure. And here is the other side of the bike, just for completion purposes. Not much to see here, just no drivetrain on this side. You kind of see the brakes a little bit better, which are still the Tektra hydraulic disc brakes, which work fine. 160mm diameter rotors in the front and rear for this small frame size bike. And luckily this bike has been released in the United States currently, so I am able to tell you guys to come into the shop right now at Trek Sacramento and check some of these out in this color as well as the lithium gray. Unfortunately, they are only in the sizes extra small and small for both colors, but we do have a lot of them in the store if you do want to come check them out. Test riding the 2022 Trek Marlin 5. This frame size is definitely a bit too small for me right now, but it'll have to do for this video. Just kind of wanted to show off what the bike looks like real quick while I'm actually riding it. And I mean, the bike just is a Marlin 6, that's what it feels like, which makes sense. Still the same old fast Marlin that we're used to. I mean, it's kind of crazy to see these new 2022 bikes out so soon. I was not expecting them to come out this early because last year they came out in the summer, but it is pretty nice to see because the Marlin 5 was due for a good update. Because the outgoing Marlin 5 has that 3x7 drivetrain still, which is pretty outdated for mountain biking these days. It's nice to see that finally go away, go to the 2x that we have on the Marlin 6. So hopefully the Marlin 6 will get some good upgrades in the future as well. But yeah, overall this bike is pretty great for commuting purposes, for entry-level mountain biking. It's a great beginner bike, and I'm glad that the Marlin 5 is kind of getting some more upgrades, turning into a better bike overall for most people. Let me quickly try locking out this fork, see how that feels. Oh yeah, this one is very rigid for sure. That's pretty cool. And then the main takeaway from this video should basically be that the Marlin 5 is a great bike. It's priced at $640 US currently, and it's basically the same bike as the 2021 Trek Marlin 6. So if you're looking into getting this bike and you have a 2021 Marlin 6, or you know have test ridden one of those or something like that, you'll know exactly how this bike feels. So you know, if you want to pre-order one of these or order one that's coming in a while and you don't really know what it's going to feel like, if there are any Marlin 6s around, you can totally test drive one of those and pretty much know exactly how this one's going to feel. So overall, just a really nice bike. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this short and sweet video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, remember to keep biking.